is it going to be? This is it, Lamar! Oh my God! My brain's going to explode. My brain's going to explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Slightly Biased Show here at the incredible Haymaker studio on Haymaker Network. If you're not subscribed to the Haymaker Network, link down in the description. Go do it. I'm still trying to tweet out that I'm live. We're in a rush, folks. This is what it looks like behind the
scenes.
Can you
just tell people? Can everybody just tell someone? Just tell a person, whoever you're closest
tell.
to.
We're going that we're just doing what is that? Guerrilla marketing? Word of mouth marketing. That's it. We're deleting social media. Whenever the nukes start dropping, we're not going to have access to the internet anyways. So this is just going to be a live in studio.
We're probably AI anyway. We're probably not even real.
True. So make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Haymaker Network. Link down below. If you guys need your Dallas Cowboys fix, because who doesn't, you can check out the One Star Podcast presented by Haymaker. It's out right now. And every week on YouTube and on all podcast platforms, just like this show. And make sure you guys leave a review, leave a 5 stars, leave 4 stars. 4 is okay. I'm okay with 4 star actually. This week, KT and the Athletics, John, Machota, and Sad Yusuf have a free agent wish list. And is Max Crosby going to be a Cowboy? Tune in and find out. They have all the answers right here on Haymaker Network. Here we are, folks. We're live in studio with the one, the only Nick Angstadt.
I love watching you do promo reads. Maybe one of my new favorite things. Making you do promos.
There's not a lot of messing this one up. Whenever it's actual sponsors who financially are contributing to the program, that's where it might start to get a little spooky. I'm happy to have you on. There's so much Mav stuff. Man, there's so much Mav stuff to talk about. No, there's really next to none. But I'm happy you're here because I surprised you. I didn't tell you this before, but by the end of the show, we're going to do a March Madness style, because March is here.
Let's go.
March Madness style Star Wars bracket.
I'm ready.
And I'm so excited to do it.
No prep. I'm in.
No prep. We're getting right into it. I had generic Mavs. I really don't even know what to talk about.
It says
generic Mavs.
Topic in parentheses, generic Mavs. Okay. Nico Brusino.
Yeah. Ryan Brokoff. Why when everyone does like
Jonathan Anderson,
when everyone
Jonathan
does
Gibson.
Random players, it's always a white guy. Have you noticed that? It's like a lot of times a white guy.
Gibson.
Yeah, true. Justin Anderson.
Roddy B.
Roddy B. Shout out to him. Did you know that before last year, Roddy B had the most threes in a game by rookie?
Wow.
And you know
Mavs
who broke
or in the NBA?
In the NBA. And you know who broke it?
It's our boy.
Last year?
Last year? No, I don't know.
Dalton Connect.
Rip.
Dalton Connect. That feels like one of those stats where you see who's led it before. You're like, oh, maybe this isn't a good
thing. Maybe this is a bad thing.
Yeah. For some reason.
I'm surprised Khan hasn't broken that yet.
He probably has. I don't know.
7.
I don't know. There's some real crazy Khan stats flying around.
Yeah, like he's leading in Rookie of the Year
He's leading in Rookie of the Year, but then there's and I feel like it's hate, but it's like his numbers without LaMelo are just, they crater kind of. And,
he's at 8 in a game twice, 7 in a game twice. So
I think 9 was the record. I could be wrong on
getting
that.
Close.
I think 9 was the record.
He's a LaMelo merchant.
Yeah, LaMelo merchant. And I've talked about it on my show yesterday. I was like, LaMelo is so underappreciated and undervalued.
That's right.
And he's the best. And I've seen people like, Conk is the best player on a playoff team. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Just because he terrorizes major cities doesn't mean he's not a good basketball player.
That's right. He's not a good driver. No one said that. He's a good basketball player.
Was terrorizing major cities.
Is there anything to talk about for the Mavs at all? Actually,
yes,
now that you're here,
absolutely.
You never ever talk about this. So this is actually a good vehicle for you. Like, because I know it, I understand it because I'm a part of it. The day-to-day having to do a daily Maverick show, I do not think people realize the difficulty that there is, even when they're good, having to talk about a team every single day. It's why I say it's the hardest job in the world. People say trauma nurses, coal miners, construction workers, and we love them all. Like we have love for all of our laborers out there.
All the kids that do
we're pro-labor, Labor Party, socialist, communist, all of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the hardest job, is being a podcaster. Because you got to wake up every day and say, all right, I got to talk about Brandon Williams.
The hardest part is being a podcaster and going on dates. That's the hard part. Like, yes, I am a white man with a podcast, but not one of those white men with a podcast.
No, it's not. We're not talking about space lasers. It's basketball.
No, yeah, not doing that. The thing is, it's I've done it for 10 years now, so it's become like second nature, where just every day I'm thinking about what's the next Mavs thing to talk about. And you go from, I think there's a difference between people that can react to stuff. Anybody can set, like you listening right now, you could do a Mavs podcast on anything.
And I'm open to it.
If you react to anything, you just react to it. Okay, Anthony Davis trade. Everybody with the Mavs podcast does an episode after that, right? Every single one of them.
Right.
Today or like yesterday, where there's nothing Mavs happening at all, and everybody thinks that everybody's down on everything, can you come up with something? Can you come up with a topic? And like, I think you're good at this, where you just come up with a topic out of nothing. You're like, I'm just going to.
Well, I've stopped. I'm like, guys, I'm not talking about the Mavs today.
Maybe not Mavs, but just in general, you can come up with a topic out of the air, and you pull it out of the air, and I think that's where the actual like skill comes into play.
Yeah, because we've had post games where I've gotten on right after, and I'm like, dude, I don't know, man.
Can we talk about the post games where you get on and you're like, I didn't watch a minute of that game?
Yeah.
Do you think I could fake it to the middle? Like, I got you.
To be fair, I've never not watched a game and then gone on ever.
Like 0 minutes. Yeah.
0 minutes without telling you that I watched. I have gone on and be like, I'm not gonna lie, I had the game on. And I was playing GeoGuessr on stream or something. Like, I don't fully know what happened.
Which you probably found the 3-point line more often on your GeoGuessr than the Mavs have found the 3-point line.
I turned into a GeoGuessr demon, actually, believe it or not. But yeah,
it's just hell every time when you.
Well, no, it's you start to play it and you do recognize like dirt colors. Like, that's true.
Not that guy on TikTok though that sees like a patch of color and he's just like, yeah, this is Liberia.
Yeah, that guy's on another level. But you can't see a dirt level and be like, oh yeah, I definitely know that that's Chile. And it works. It actually becomes a thing. Ask Nick what he thinks of the McDonald's CEO situation.
I think that he has stumbled upon what in 2026 is marketing now, which is accidentally doing something hilarious.
You think that was intentional?
No, he accidentally they like, all right, let's get the CEO out there, or he probably pushed for it. He's like, I'm going to do this because I want to show that I'm down to earth. I'm eating our burger product, and it accidentally became viral. And now every single other CEO is doing one now. I saw one from Burger King. I saw one from was it Carl's Jr. Wendy's. Like every single one of them, he's just stumbled into the accidental, which is the hard part of which is again why our job is harder than any other job.
True.
You have to accidentally go viral now. You can't like do it on purpose.
Right. 100%. Is that not the perfect state of affairs in this country where we are actively, well, not only that, but thousands of miles away, we're raining terror on poor innocent women and children. And back home, it's like the McDonald's CEO is going at it with the Wendy's CEO.
I don't think Orlando is 1,000 miles away.
True. The Mavs are going to be raining down hellfire on Orlando tonight. Stay inside, guys. Yeah, I mean, the Mavs, what's there to even say, really? They're just, we said it on the show a million times. Part of what makes it so hard is like, what's there to get excited about? All these guys, none of them are.
At the moment, Cooper Flagg is questionable, could play tonight. And if Cooper Flagg plays, it changes the conversation completely. But since Cooper Flagg has been out,
I wonder if we'll find out during the show if he plays or not.
We'll keep it open. We'll keep our best people on it. We have people in the back room working for us.
That's right.
But if Cooper Flagg's playing, it's interesting. There is stuff to talk about because his development, I think, to me, I said this on the show the other day, his development is number one, even over lottery balls.
I agree with you 100%.
If the Mavs win a couple games at the end of the season because Cooper Flagg goes off in games, that's great.
100% agree.
We need that. Like, the Mavs need to prove that he is a number one option, can contribute to winning and all that, and as many reps as he can possibly get those reps. The problem is when he's not playing, we're getting a good look at guys like Ryan Nembhard, Max Christie doing some extra stuff. Maybe guys the Mavs want to sign like Chris Middleton. Marvin Bagley's been out for a couple games, so that takes that away. Musa Cisse's games are almost up, so we've seen him. They bring in more two-way guys, and it's like, all right, even if like a Ryan Nembhard makes it work, and even if a Ryan Nembhard is okay, he's like a backup guard or a third point guard. Like, all right, that's not that interesting or consequential on a team going forward. And like ideally, he's probably not on your like finals roster next. You know, it's that's a hard thing to look at. But we're still gonna take a look at him because guys surprise you all the time. JJ Barea came out of nowhere. I mean, players can come out of nowhere and surprise you. Just is not happening at the moment.
No, and it's different NBA, and yeah, that really is it. If Cooper playing, completely different story. Like, yeah,
which could happen tonight.
Yeah, tune in every game. Let's see it. Who cares? Win or lose, Coop's playing. But right now, it's hard because if they had, it'll be more interesting next year when they have another top 10 pick that they're throwing into the equation.
Then you have two.
Right. Then you have two, and
one of the two is going to be playing.
And hopefully Lively's back,
and they won't not be trying at the end of the season because there's no point. I mean,
true. Unless they're like, you know what? We have the second worst record in the league.
We could get 1 or 2. Let's go all the way. Let's tank the entire season for a 50% chance that we get. Actually, not even 50%.
Maybe the Mavs win the lottery this year, and then everyone's so mad about tanking that they finally change rules. They're like, we're getting rid of pick protections. And the Mavs are like, thank God.
That's great for us.
Yeah, that works out in our favor. The bottom 10 teams have all lost. Have you seen this stat?
Like 43 times?
44 straight games. Like the bottom 10 of the league currently have a combined 44 game losing.
It's just schedule. Like they're all just playing.
It is crazy that
none of each other.
Yeah, none of these teams have played each other.
Well, the Mavs did.
Right.
The Mavs just played 4 of those teams like last week.
Right. So I guess when you're thinking about it, like 44 for 10 games isn't that crazy.
No, especially
you throw in a couple 9 games. Right. Yeah. There's Brooklyn's 9. Utah's 7, Washington 6 straight games, and you got like
losses
Chicago's
in a row.
Yeah, 6 straight losses. Mavs, it's 2-14 in their last 16. Man.
I know, and the 2 wins are what? Like Brooklyn and Indiana.
Brooklyn and Indiana, or did they lose? Yeah, they beat Brooklyn. They beat
Middleton
Brooklyn.
went off against Indiana, and then
I don't think that must have been a softball night. I have no recollection of that. It was 100%.
Can we talk about you hitting a softball into a garbage can?
Yeah, I did, and there's actually video proof of it.
Do you have it?
I could probably pull it up, honestly. I don't know how difficult that might be for me, but
I just want to see it for me.
Listen how humble he is about, I don't know. I guess I could pull it up.
No, there's video proof of it, and I will dig and find it right now. But yeah, I think that
you want
the
me to
Mavs.
vamp until then?
Are you okay? Wait, but while I'm looking for it, because this is becoming an interesting talking point. Isaac's the draft guy.
That's not as interesting as
right, but
how you present it.
Are you up on that? I'm actually starting to get there.
I mean, I'm obviously starting. I'm familiar with the top 10 guys. Like, I'm starting to dive into it. But Isaac the other day was like, yeah, I watched this A-Cuff Duke game, like start to finish.
He's an A-Cuff guy.
And I'm like, how do you, he has other guys above him for sure. But
okay.
I'm like, how do you have time? He's got multiple kids. A new kid. He's like, I read this book the other day. Isaac is the most incredible consumer of relevant content ever. He's like, hey, have you watched this new show? I'm like, how do you even? No.
What's your process with the draft? Are you just like a stats? Are you a highlights guy?
I'm a rely on the draft expert people.
That's exactly how I am.
I interviewed and hired the No Ceilings guys to do our Locked On NBA Draft with No Ceilings podcast. And in talking to them, both at Summer League in person this year and in the lead up to having them replace Raphael, you just realize how much they watch these guys.
Yeah.
Like Corey Tulaba is like, yeah, I've seen Cooper Flagg in person before he went to Duke like 5 times. You're like, I'm just never going to catch up to that. Like, I just don't have the time.
Well, you can catch up to it. And let me tell you how.
Well, I've seen him in person more times than that.
Spreadsheets. And I'm in on spreadsheets.
I've got Claude on it. I've got Chat on it.
I am going full spreadsheets this draft cycle. I'm not watching.
That's going to be got Con.
This is going to be my. I've actually been monitoring this situation where I've looked at the spreadsheet guys. Yeah, they're pretentious and a little annoying. That's their problem on Twitter, right? But the reality is they do good work. And if you dive into their stuff and read, you're like, oh, these people kind of know. And you know what? Going back and looking, they're kind of right.
The ones that are yelling at Sam Vecini for doing his board the way that he does.
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
Just the most successful draft guy out there is
right.
Yelling at him on how he does his board.
Again, there's a little air of pretentiousness with them that I think limits them from really having brought in, because your back's already against the wall as a spreadsheet guys, because basketball fans are not going to like you.
Especially Kevin Durant.
There is like a, do we want to, and I'm a believer that this stuff actually has made fandom worse.
Well, one of my hottest takes is that like all of us have made fandom worse.
Like podcasters, information, stats guys, we know too much. Going into a game, like we know if the Mavs are supposed to win or lose. Like in the 90s, like you kind of had a general idea of, my team is good, but you had like this glimmer of hope that like my team could win. But we know so much now, even down to this second night of a back-to-back. Did they have data on second night of a back-to-back back then? Did they have injury reports that came out every 15 freaking minutes that we would know who's playing in these games or not? I mean, I just think that you had more of like this is our year, like you can't do that anymore because we just know. I mean, going into it, even like the Lakers this year, they have Luka Doncic. They have LeBron James still playing at an incredible level at 41 and Austin Reeves. And they're like, we actually have no shot to win the NBA title this year. That's true. That is true. Being a fan kind of is trash now because I was thinking about this with A-Cuff where I'm like, 10, 15 years ago, I'd have been like, he has hype and he has aura. I want him on my team.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have cared about someone be like, well, have you seen his steal rate? And just like traditionally, these guys never translate. And now I see that and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want him.
He's 6'3", which is actually like legally.
Yeah, legally he's not allowed
A
on
little
roller
person in the
coasters,
NBA.
and there's several establishments he's not allowed in, especially this. Stand up real quick. Can we get a wide camera angle on us?
I just moved the whole desk.
We're tall human beings.
Neither of us fit in frame.
Neither of us fit
Still.
even in this frame.
Give us another, Matt. Give us another one.
This is something that people.
Yeah, let me get all the other cameras that
Yeah, there
are.
you go. Yeah.
No,
You
can you
know-
guys stay standing? Let's keep the show right there. That looked great.
It's kind of offensive when people. I'm gonna be real. It offends me when people come up to me and they're like, "You're way taller than I thought."
I get that.
I'm like, that doesn't
50% of the
mean-
time at games.
They're skinnier than he thought. I've talked about this before. Skinnier than
I don't get that one. I don't get that one.
Skinnier than I thought is insane. That one I'm like, all right, dude. But anyways, where did I go? Where the
The round
fuck?
face. I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's it too. I don't know what it is. But anyways, A-Cuff, yeah, in years past, like in 2015, I'd be like, he has aura,
Yeah, right.
and I want him drafted number 1 overall. And you would have drafted him number 1 overall and been happy and cool, and you never would have known about 4-year Rap'em or Time Decay Darko. You would never have known any of this.
The Bonta's playing at BYU, and everybody they're just like, it's just some wing playing it.
Yeah. And I was thinking about this today too. I was like, man, whenever I was a teenager, Monte Ellis, you couldn't have told me a single thing that would have made me hate Monte Ellis.
Right. He
Too
had it
much
all.
Monte have it all. I loved it. And there were times where I was like, yes, the Mavs can win the finals with Monte Ellis and Dirk Nowitzki.
But now you know his on-off stats,
Right.
and you know like
And I
where
don't
he
know.
shoots well in the corners or not, and you know like that he can't hit a pull-up 3 without blah blah blah. You know,
I don't know Monte Ellis's advanced stat profile, but I cannot imagine it's good. I just can't imagine it's good. And you would have showed me, and in 2026, I would have known this. Like, Monte Ellis sucks, get him off the team.
Actually, no.
Like, get him off the team, trade him. But in 2014, I was like, he's my favorite fucking player in the league.
It's like Bradley Beal averaging 30 a game on the Wizards a couple
Yeah.
years ago. It's like that should have been amazing, and yet we all looked at it and was just like, yeah, but it's on the Wizards. They're not winning games. Like, what's the point? He averaged 30 points a game. That just doesn't happen that often.
Has Isaac talked you into A-Cuff? I'm so out on A-Cuff.
Isaac
It's
could talk me
unreal.
into any player. Like I believe him.
I'm out on
Isaac
A-Cuff,
actually has a
man.
really good hit rate on draft picks. He was in on Donovan Mitchell. He was in on. We drafted him in our lock. We do a locked on mock draft where all the hosts represent each team, and we drafted Donovan Mitchell instead of I think it was it Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
That would have been in it. Wait, Donovan Mitchell's been in the league a year longer than Luka? I guess so, huh?
He's been in the league a while, at least
Yeah,
since
yeah,
2017, because that was the first.
Yeah, because that was
the
Ben,
first draft we did.
that was Ben Simmons' rookie year. So the year after Ben Simmons was drafted.
We would have picked Luka the next year too, but
Man,
he got
Luka,
taken number 1 by the Suns. Who knew a Suns podcaster was better at drafting than the Suns?
Yeah. So this is where the nerds come into play, because
Good job, Brendan Clean.
the nerds are like, yes, every stat sheet, Excel spreadsheet said Luka is the guy in the 2018 draft. And then I've seen people who are like, obviously with hindsight, and you go back, you could probably do this with anyone, but it was like, yes, in 2014, if we had access to everything, or 2013, whatever it was, every stat nerd would say draft Nikola Jokic. Every single one would have said draft him, his stat profile, all of this screams great NBA player.
I mean, his is more like a development.
Right, but there are these like things, and I've read a lot of these people's work, and they are good. And you read them, and it's like, yes, you can tell by free throw rate, off rebound rate, like usually.
But like the league that they're playing in, I mean, it's not like Jokic was playing in EuroLeague.
Right, I don't know what league he was playing in, but there's still stats for those guys that they can carry over. But
The Giannis one was like he was playing with in the third league.
yeah, that's who was it? Was that a Sangay too in this last draft? One of those dudes was playing in some really bad league that it was like.
Just like,
I don't know.
We're taking a real shot in the dark here on tools and potential.
Yesterday on my stream, we were looking at this website, but Batovic. I don't know how to say it. It's the college spread. If you see any spreadsheet,
Bedorvik.
it's something like that. College spreadsheet thing. If you see any of them, it's from this website.
How is it spelled?
BRTTORVIK. Bart. It's Bart. Like people call it Bart for short. I'm pretty sure. Bartovic. So I also have breaking news here, actually.
You got a button for that?
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I have actually found the video of the trash can.
Let's go.
Can you put this full screen?
Yes.
Okay, there I am batting. By the way,
Oh,
like,
look at that stance.
Yeah,
You go way high above the head.
I need people to understand. I was kind of a demon at baseball. I know. I joke about it, but I was legitimately a demon.
You joke about football.
Bit.
You joke about that one football season.
Yeah, football season, middle
But
school.
baseball,
I was a 3-year letter in baseball. I was pretty good.
That's a confident stance.
Look at that stance.
Yeah.
Also, slow pitch.
Fastball does slow pitch. Oh! It goes foul.
And you.
Did you hear that? That was the trash can.
That was the sound of it going in a trash can?
Yes.
I need it again.
That was it.
That guy screaming in the background is amazing.
They gave me $150,000.
They did?
They did for doing that. It was a giveaway thing. If you hit a trash can, $150,000.
In the trash can.
Let's hear that hit again, man. You're mashing.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm a demon. You know, there are podcast listeners that are out there.
Really?
Yes, they always come say what's up to me. They might be in the chat right now.
Shout out Raccoon Squad.
They
softball.
can back me up on this claim.
You do look skinnier in person at least from that shot.
Yeah, I mean, I get up there and I have the presence of a Barry Bonds or like a Babe Ruth. Was that impressive or what?
Can we just sit and watch the rest of that game or something? What's what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can. We'll play by play it.
Do you have the all 20 of that?
Yeah, we do. I've got my tape, and I can send my advanced stats out. My advanced stuff was good.
What is the hit rate? What was your exit velocity on?
My exit velo was good. I think I went 3 for 3, 4 for 4. Anyways, Jason Tatum's coming back tomorrow night.
Yeah,
against the Mavs.
We knew that.
Wow, incredible. 10 months, 9 months. I did see I was reading something. I forgot who wrote it.
He's gonna hit 5 threes.
The Blazers. Tom. I always fuck up his last name. You know what I'm talking about though.
Haberstroh.
Yeah, Haberstroh. He posted something that I actually thought was really interesting about Achilles recoveries, that it actually, the average recovery time used to be around 10 months. And then it started to take longer and longer, I guess just out of precaution.
Some of that data is like with Kyrie with the ACL. Is it going to show that it took him 18 months to return from the ACL?
Yeah, they had John Wall's 22, 24 months.
Like they shut him down for the rest of the season. Does that count as recovery time? Or
yeah, it would.
Back? I mean,
if they're just looking at average time missed.
Tanking ruins something else.
Yeah. So, I mean, 10 months. I want to remind people that Drew Smith, I know he's like a role player, tore his Achilles just a tiny bit before Tatum did last year. And I want to say there's no way he was there on opening night. But his recovery time was absolute lunacy.
I'm not up on Drew Smith.
Okay, never mind. He played 14 games last year. What the hell am I thinking? What the hell am I thinking? Okay, he tore his Achilles
Show the clip of
in December, but he tore his Achilles in December 2024 and was there at the start of the season. So that's a 10-month recovery time.
It can happen.
Yeah,
and I mean, it depends on age, which is why the Kyrie thing is so concerning. But Tatum's still 19, so.
Well, Achilles and ACL, I think, are a little different.
For sure.
Achilles is like, you'll never walk again. Like, that used to be what it was like.
I don't have my Jason Kidd drop on me, but I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just like you guys.
You lose speed with Achilles.
Yeah. Well, that's like if you're a running back, your career is literally over. So we'll see. I'm really interested by this. It's cool. I think it's kind of funny he's coming back against the Mavs. Like, just going to torture us on live TV.
It's a good one for him to come back.
Yeah. But, hey, there's a pathway there for Coop to come back tomorrow night. And the classic, Tatum's back. Everyone's hyped. This just happened with Giannis. Letdown game. Kind of weird. National media like, uh-oh, Tatum and Brown. And Coop pops off. And now we're right back in the
Caleb Martin finally
seat.
passes to him, gets his 50, and everything's right with the world.
Minute restriction. So maybe like 25 minutes, 23 points. Efficient. A couple blocks.
You want to talk about interesting for the Dallas Mavericks? This game for Cooper Flagg matters more for Rookie of the Year than any other game he's played this season. Everybody's going to be watching this game. The entire Boston Mafia media
I'll disagree with you, and I'll say why.
Is going to be watching this. If he goes off, all of a sudden he takes the momentum back from Khan.
That's true. That's a good point. I do think that matchup when he had – was that the game he had 49? Was against the Hornets, right?
Yeah, that one was really big for him.
That one was because that won him Rookie of the Year. If he didn't get hurt, he won Rookie of the Year that night. Like, that was it. And there was kind of a groundswell of like, guys, I don't know,
Khan's numbers are insane.
Yeah.
All your stat nerds were like, Khan is insane.
Yes, like Khan is insane. And they had this matchup. And Khan had like 30-something in that game. He popped off.
He was good, just not as good.
But then Coop had 49. And it was like, oh, okay. Like Coop's the Rookie of the Year. And then he got hurt. And now we're here. And this does matter to me. I care.
It matters to a lot of Mavs fans, too.
Yeah, I want him to win Rookie of the Year, man. If I have to sit through this horrible slop season, at least give me Rookie of the Year.
Give me that. Give me Acuff, and I'm good to go.
No, I don't want Acuff, man.
Who do you want?
I'm just sitting down. First and foremost, Cam Boozer is the clear-cut 101. I don't even think it is up for debate.
So many people want Debonsa.
I for the life of me,
is insane.
Okay, but why does this happen so much? Where it's like, hey, here's this guy, Cam Boozer. He's the youngest player in the draft.
Yeah,
I think he is. He's younger than all the other top guys. I know that for sure. It's like a few months, so it's not that big of a deal. But this guy's dominated every single place he's ever played. He's the best player in college basketball by a ton, and his advanced stuff is only comparable to like 3 other dudes. And he's had a better season than Coop had last year.
And then he comes in the NBA. It's like, all right, who do you guard?
Yeah, and it's like, we'll figure it out.
They could.
Who's AJ going to guard? AJ sucks on defense.
It's true, but he's got the tools. So that people talk themselves into that more.
Well, I'll just take the guy who's dominated every single place he's gone. Rebounds, shoots threes, gets to the rim, finishes. He's too skilled for bigs and too big for guards.
It's true. The way he goes after guards, you're just like, oh, they just have no shot. And he'll do that in the NBA too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a top 25 player in the league.
He goes
next
on the Hornets.
Year.
They win the title in 2 years.
He'll be a top 25 player? He'll be what? In 2 years?
That if he goes on the Hornets, they win the title in 2 years.
2? They might win it next year.
Because Boozer's like that. He would be an incredible fit to what they do.
Yeah,
everybody else is fast and he's slow. It's like great.
I feel like I'm already imagining the Sacramento Kings just fucking this up so bad. And
they're gonna get Peterson.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna go exactly how you think.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna do all the same stuff that he's doing at Kansas. He'll play just good enough to get that big contract and then demand a trade right after it.
If you get the number 1 overall pick in this draft and you don't take Cam Boozer, if I were the
Jazz will take AJ Debonsa.
If I were the commissioner, and I've already said this before, if I were the commissioner, I'd rule such an iron fist. Like, it would just be crazy.
You have to pick him. You have to pick Boozer.
Your team is getting relocated. I'm just saying your franchise doesn't deserve this. Your fan base doesn't deserve this. Like, here's what I would say: we're not doing a Vegas team. Vegas team sucks. Las Vegas sucks. It's not
people that live there.
It's an evil place. There's just an evil aura that surrounds it. I don't know what it is.
When's the last time you were there?
I was there a few months ago, and I swear I've said this on here. Time didn't work there.
That's because they pump oxygen into the building.
That's what it is. There's something there where time literally slows.
No, they do the same because remember when the Mavs opened their new locker room?
Yeah.
They walked us through the locker room and they're like, "Hey, we pump oxygen into the locker room just like they do in casinos because they do it in casinos to make it feel like no time is passing."
Okay, because that's what it felt like. Because literally our last night there,
science.
Everyone wanted to leave and everyone wanted to go to sleep because we've had a fun few nights. And it was like, okay, like it was 6:30 p.m. It was like, we can't go to our hotel rooms at 6:30. That's embarrassing. Like, let's at least wait till 10.
The doors don't even open to the hotel.
Yeah, that's true. Those 4 hours felt like 3 days. And I kept checking my phone. I was like, there's no way 10 minutes have passed.
It's got to be the least amount of windows per square foot, right?
Yeah, there's no windows. You don't know what time it is outside.
What are you looking at outside?
Yeah, what are you looking at?
In the daytime, Vegas, I agree, is
somebody on fentanyl. Like, they don't want you to look outside anyways.
Every time I fly into Vegas for Summer League, it's like, oh, this is just a dry sponge of a city. Like,
it's just an evil place.
In the day, it's like really sad.
It has an evil aura about it. So no basketball teams there. So
how do they get all the water there? That's what I want to know.
Are we about to come up with like a nickname like Sin City or something like that?
That's really good.
That's a great one.
Did you just come up with that?
Someone write that down. No, we should print some shirts. Anyways.
Yeah, there's probably no copyright on that.
Yeah, probably not. Where were we talking about this?
You got the rundown.
Why were we just talking? Oh, yeah. I would say this if I were the commissioner.
No, you hit the ball into the can.
I did, yeah. And I won $150,000. If I were the commissioner, here's what I would say. We're not doing a Vegas team.
Yeah.
In fact, Vegas, goodbye. We're not even associating with you anymore. You're done. We'll find a new Summer League location.
Put Summer League in Europe.
Yeah, we'll do Summer League in Vancouver or something. Like, we're done. So, anyways, you're out. We're going to do Seattle. We'll get an expansion team.
Bring the Supersonics back.
And we'll just relocate
the Grizzlies.
We'll get rid of a team, a franchise, and that'll be that. We'll relocate a team.
Get rid of one?
We'll relocate.
Wait, no. Okay, here's a better idea.
Okay.
They open Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
They need another G League team.
Okay.
You relegate one of the NBA teams to the G League team. You start relegation. You fix tanking.
And I wouldn't tell anyone. Here's what it'd be. With the first overall pick, the Sacramento Kings select AJ Debonsa. And because they did not select Cam Boozer number 1, they have been relegated to the G League. They just found this out tonight.
AJ will average 50 points a game.
What? It just happened. I'm in on that.
Adam Silver is up on the mic and he goes, and I warned them. I told them what would happen if we didn't do this.
Oh, Adam Silver would never do that. Adam Silver would have 6 TikTokers come up on the stage with the Bonza. Like, it's a joke.
Zach King is pulling him off and throwing him into a television
that's that guy's name.
Yeah.
Zach King. That was so funny when they did that. We have 300 influencers going. And it was like the Zach King takes Jason Tatum and plus. It's like, thank God they did this, man. This is going to grow the game exponentially.
We got one of our hosts denied for All-Star.
Really?
Yeah, to cover All-Star. And I was like, and then the story came out the next day where they're like, 200 influencers are raining down on All-Star. And I was like, this is what they want.
We got to have Jesser doing is Jesser the trick shot guy? Who's the white trick shot guy?
If our guy's spot was taken by Harry Mack, totally okay with it.
Who's Harry Mack?
The freestyle guy.
Don't know him. I'm just too old, guys. I don't know any of these. I don't know any of these whippersnappers, any of these Zoomers. All right, so
you're younger than me.
Yeah, true. We did Mavs talk, whatever. No one cares. Like, I'm just gonna be real.
I care.
I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I do care. When Coop comes back, I'll really care. I always love, and I've actually tried this. I don't know if you've noticed this in recent episodes. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to actually talk about the game.
I've noticed this.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm gonna take it seriously.
I'm gonna try to. That's not true. I've always taken them seriously, but I'm like, all right, let me just look past my feelings. And
in the past, you haven't had to because your feelings got you there.
Right. That's true.
And that also is part of being a professional broadcaster, is throwing your feelings out the window and being like, all right, I don't care how I feel about this. I need to feel how everybody else feels about this.
It's always why you hear people say the more they cover a team, it's like, yeah, I'm not a fan anymore.
I
really.
know. People ask me all the time, like, are you Mavs fans? Well, I didn't grow up one, but I have a professional interest in the Mavericks being good.
Yeah, I'm still a fan.
My show did better during the finals run than the Luka trade. So I could have the biggest story in the NBA in a decade, and I'd take a finals run every time.
That's always the dumbest shit. Whenever like Luka stands would be flooding my mentions, in the rare time it wasn't like them saying something absolutely insane that the translate couldn't even translate because they're not supposed to. It would be like, yeah, hate drives clicks. I'm like, you really got no clue, do you?
It drives one day clicks.
Yeah, like that's just not
your team every day clicks.
I remember. There you go. I remember there was someone who was like trying to start a website or something, and they were having that criticism of me, and I was like, here's some advice for your website. Do not do that because it's not going.
Well, if you cover enough topics, you can get away with it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like TMZ, you can do that.
So I want to start doing a thing. It's March Madness. So fun. Brackets. We love them.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in brackets, list, power rankings. People say it's lazy BuzzFeed style content. Guess what? BuzzFeed was awesome. And I'm done pretending it wasn't. Like, yeah, sure, the writing was slop, but I like lists. My brain works in that way. I see a top 10 list. I'm like, that's great. I have opinions about this.
Who's your Sex and the City character? Did you take that survey, or what kind of pickle were you? Like, did you?
I took my house in Game of Thrones. I was a Lannister.
Makes sense. The hair.
Yeah. My house. Interestingly enough, I remember my Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Is that a house too?
Yes.
Ravenclaw.
I can see that.
Yeah, studious, smart, intelligent.
He asked you a rhetorical question, and you took it real seriously.
I took those
Let's go
quizzes.
down. Let's get these answers.
I took those quizzes. What smoothie are you? Strawberry banana? Okay, great. So anyways, you're a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm vocal about my Star Wars opinions. It's come back.
How far does it go? Is it movies? Do you watch any of the Clone Wars, Rebels, any of those shows? Mandalorian?
You'll see. Pop the bracket on the screen. I made it, and by the way, the seating is completely random on this. So there's going to be some heavy hitters right away. So we're going to go through this and figure out what the best Star Wars content is, okay?
Straight up content, okay.
Rogue One versus the Book of Fett. What was that ad? Best diapers hands down.
The Book of Boba Fett. It's obviously Rogue One. The Book of Boba Fett has very few. Rogue One how did you do the seating on this?
The seating is random.
Okay, I was like, Rogue One, how could that be? Rogue One for sure. I mean, Book of Boba Fett had one redeeming episode in it, and it did not have Boba Fett in it at all. It had the Mandalorian in it. It had Din Djarin in it.
How do I say who won this? Okay, verify the winner. Rogue One. Boom. Jesus. Just put them through, website. Just put them through. Yeah, Rogue One. Yeah, Book of Fett. Was that the one where they had like the Power Rangers type episode?
Yeah. That one not so great.
That was the first moment because the shows up until that point that they were doing were pretty like 100% hit rate.
They're pretty good. Yeah, Mandalorian,
and then that the Book of Fett was when it started going, they're losing it.
It's getting a little wobbly.
Yeah, they're losing it a little bit.
A little tough.
Phantom Menace versus A New Hope.
I mean, if you ask 9-year-old me would say Phantom Menace because that's not came out, but A New Hope for sure. Started everything. How is Rise of Skywalker a 2 seed? I'm just offended by the randomness of this. Stop thinking about this.
No, Phantom Menace has an argument. Phantom Menace has an argument here, and I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't, because here's the reality. A New Hope, 50 years later,
still holds up.
It does still hold up, absolutely. But it hasn't aged necessarily great.
The third act is better than any part of Phantom Menace.
I will throw there's. I don't know what really comes to the Darth Maul fight.
The Duel of the Fates is amazing.
Duel of the Fates,
it's an incredible
Darth Maul.
Soundtrack.
There's at least, listen, if this were an NCAA tournament, there's at least some experts before the game going, I don't know, man. This is maybe
I don't know. Chris Middleton might be the best player on the Bucks.
A 15-2 seed matchup, and they're like, I don't know. Colgate has some shooters, and if they get hot, that's kind of how I feel.
Did you pick Phantom Menace?
Oh, whoops, my bad. Can I go back and edit
try
this?
And get one over on me.
A New Hope wins. Yeah, A New Hope does win. The more I'm thinking
Come
about
on.
it. It's
it started
classic.
everything.
It's a literal classic. All right, Return of the Jedi versus Rogue One. Oh my Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Actually, this one's easy to me.
I mean, I'm leaning Rogue One. Return of the Jedi is incredible. Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber. But then you get the weird thing where, like, they're siblings.
Right, yeah.
They've made out in the
Return of the
before.
Jedi is easily the weakest of the main.
There's some weird stuff in that one.
The OG trilogy, Return of the Jedi, is easily the weakest.
It's a lot of
a lot of Ewoks.
A lot of Ewoks.
And Rogue One. And I'll just say this, at least if it were up to me solely, Rogue One's gonna have a long
Rogue One's an
turn
incredible
here.
movie. It's like they did Star Wars right.
Yeah, Rogue One even goes beyond Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like a really good movie.
Because some of this stuff is like, yeah, it's a good Star Wars. It's a fun little sci-fi movie. Rogue One's like, I had to rethink movies after I watched it, where I'm like, oh, shit.
This is Clone Wars the show?
Clone Wars the show versus The Mandalorian.
The problem with the Clone Wars the show is the end, the last 4 episodes that like coincide with Revenge of the Sith. Like some people have done edits where you can watch the entire thing like 4 hours. Like, that part is some of the best Star Wars ever.
Okay.
The problem is the Clone Wars has so many filler episodes because it's like a kid's show.
Yeah.
That like if you took the average of the entirety of it, it's worse than Mandalorian. But I'm taking Clone Wars.
Okay. I think that in some people's eyes is an upset, but I actually agree. And this is where I was going to go. I think the Clone Wars is a better show.
The peaks are better
than the Mandalorian.
I'll take the peaks on all these.
And what was it, season 2, last episode of Mandalorian is pretty incredible. When
where Luke shows up. That's an incredible moment.
That is an incredible moment.
That's like, I remember where I was when I saw that.
I'm kind of struggling to remember much of anything else from that show besides Grogu's
episode
really
1,
cute.
Grogu shows up, and it changes the whole thing because we'd only seen one other Yoda species.
Yeah.
And it was Yaddle that wasn't named in Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah. And it was ugly as fuck. Like, that's just true. Whoa. And Grogu was like cute little baby.
Yeah. It added a new element into all of Star Wars vernacular for the rest of time.
And a little gimmicky. Just call it what it is.
He's a MacGuffin for sure.
What, Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda's a little gimmicky.
Yeah, for sure. They always throw one in there. They threw porgs into the the new movies.
Empire Strikes Back versus Last Jedi. There's actually
stop it.
There's a ground.
No, we don't talk about this.
No. I agree.
Empire Strikes Back.
There's a groundswell of Last Jedi support
because of the 3. If you just took the sequel trilogy, all 3 of them, it's the best one of the 3.
Agreed.
I'm of that groundswell.
Yeah,
I'll go to my grave for the Last Jedi.
The scene with Luke and Yoda, where the house is burning down, where he thinks that all the Jedi books have been burned, is incredible. That's one of my favorite Luke and Yoda scenes, and it's
throne
amazing.
Room fight is fantastic.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's fantastic.
No, if you watch it back, it's not.
And the Snoke thing, fine. They really
it was an interesting twist, even though we didn't know anything about him.
They completely and totally derailed it in the next movie. Completely and totally destroyed it.
Everything that we learned in Last Jedi was completely null and void.
What's your stance on the kamikaze? That was Last Jedi, right?
In general, like,
yeah, kamikazes. Do you support them? No, the suicide. Was that in Last Jedi? When she hyperspace
that was Last Jedi.
The holdo maneuver.
Holdo maneuver, yeah. I couldn't remember the exact name of it.
It was cool. It's like a cool spectacle, but it It's like, oh wait, why haven't we just done this for every single thing ever? Like,
you have to bend logic there, but
why don't we just send every ship in hyperspace with a drone shot?
yeah. That you do have to start to bend logic there, but I will say, I think that was the best looking thing in any Star Wars ever. Like that in the theater, and there's no music or anything being
Natalie
played.
Portman.
There's 100% agree with you. But in the theater, there was no sound at all. Dead silent.
It goes straight silent because you're in space.
It was pretty incredible.
That was cool.
It was like, oh my god! In that moment, it's like this is the greatest thing Star Wars has ever done.
And it made me really mad because I'm like, the rest of this is trash. Like, what?
Yeah, the casino thing. I hated that.
Canto Bite is tough. Even as a backer of it, I'm like, yeah, no, I got you. That one's rough.
The casino bit and the animal cruelty.
How many people have we lost?
I don't know. I don't monitor it.
Actually, we've hit the highest numbers I've ever seen.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was just say people love this type of shit. They really do. The Acolyte, I had to pad it. Acolyte, I haven't even watched. Have you?
Yes, I am a defender of the Acolyte, but Solo is solid.
I'm just about to say I'm a defender of Solo.
Solo is a fine, fun movie. I think the guy that played Solo got a lot of crap, but I think that he didn't deserve it.
I think
him meeting Chewbacca is like kind of fun.
That movie is straight up a great time.
The Acolyte, though, the stranger Chimere, who was played by the Jason Mendoza guy from The Good Place, is incredible. If it was just him and the show was about him, would have been way better.
So I will defer to you here because this was the only thing of this I had not seen.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
So I just needed to pad the things that were on here.
So in the Acolyte, the guy Chimere is he's like a Padawan or like he's a learner from Dark Plagueis.
Okay, I knew Dark Plagueis was involved.
Palpatine talks about. And
because this is like 1,000 years before.
It's way before. And in the show, he has this helmet that can block lightsaber blades, and it actually like shorts him out for a second, and so the lightsaber like goes down as soon as it hits. And he also has one on his arm, which makes some of the fights really fun because he's just like lightsaber armband that makes the lightsaber go back in, and then all of a sudden it just like changes the whole dynamic of the fight. And that's what Star Wars had. They had done the lightsaber fight so many times. Like there's only so many ways you can move that sword like to make it cool, and that added an element of it I thought was really fun.
Yeah, it's really kind of interesting that dynamic where it's like we made these movies 50 years ago, and Obi-Wan and
so slow.
Darth Vader.
The New Hope, Obi-Wan, Darth Vader. Because he originally, which is why Darth Vader looks like this, built them off of samurai. So like that's the way that the samurai fight. It's like
slow.
One of the reasons why in Rebels the Darth Maul versus Kenobi fight is so great. It's only like 3 hits.
Yeah.
But it's because it's the battle happens before it even starts, because you're thinking about your opponent's moves, and that's how samurai used to do it, where it's like 1, 2, 3, but like I stab you. It's just done.
Yeah, I mean it is. That makes more sense from a realism standpoint.
Yeah.
Is it cooler?
They based it off samurai instead of like ninjas.
Is it cooler when they're doing cartwheels and backflips? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Also, they're not making Alec Guinness do those things.
Yeah, it's true. That would have been crazy if they did
who
that.
was like in his 50s.
Rise of Skywalker versus A New Hope. Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker made me like the most angry I've ever been in a movie theater. Like,
absolute trash.
Walked out of it and was just mad that I had wasted all my time, like either watching those movies, thinking about those movies, watching videos of people talk about those movies. Like I just wish I had gotten all that time back.
It's funny because like I said, there actually has been a groundswell of Last Jedi.
Yeah, Last Jedi.
Actually, that movie wasn't that bad, guys. Rise of Skywalker, I have never heard someone be like, you know what, guys?
The moment she took that knife out of she took that Sith knife or whatever and held it up to the skyline and showed the wreckage of the Death Star, like that matched up perfectly with that knife.
Stupid.
You're just like, okay, I can suspend logic for a great many things. How does the gravity work in space?
Yeah.
How do they breathe in space?
Yeah.
All these things I could not for that. That was just...
The Kylo, and they God.
The Kylo where he gets
he gets
the gun and shrugs, though, that's a fun moment.
I just think I don't.
And Ahsoka's voice is in Rise of Skywalker, so I like it better than the other ones.
I mean, Palpatine coming back is just such a ridiculous plot point that literally
they're trying to retcon now.
Well, yeah, they should try to retcon
because this whole Mandalorian and everything is trying to retcon that whole thing.
Yeah,
now.
they should, and they should just come out, and they should have done this for Game of Thrones too. Just come out and be like, guys, just pretend that didn't happen. Like, just pretend it didn't happen. It's not part of our canon anymore.
Jon Snow wakes up and he's like, oh, I'm not dead.
Yes.
Give us a re-rack. Let's just re-rack this whole thing.
Re-rack because it literally ruins the entire first 6 movies if Palpatine is still alive.
What like what
Completely
sacrifice that Vader made is just
right. Darth Vader's
not worth it.
Anakin's no longer the chosen one. He's no longer the one who brought balance. Like, he's completely and totally irrelevant.
He brought balance for now.
Right. But in my brain, this movie, I've only seen this movie, I think, once, which is
I will never watch it again.
Complete and total garbage trash.
I feel
They fly now.
And they bought in, they did the Raylo thing. That wasn't necessary. You didn't need to do it.
They threw Finn to the side. It did nothing with him. I was
It's
so
like Cat's
frustrated.
name, by the way, Finn. But it's not because of Finn from the Star Wars.
My question for you guys after that movie, like, I feel like you could list off what force powers were because there was only like a handful of them, right? But then after you just kind of do whatever, I guess. After that
bring
movie.
people back to life.
Did the force lightning. She accidentally did the force lightning on the ship, and Chewbacca dies, and then you're like, oh wait, he didn't die. It's like immediately,
lame.
like he was dead, and all of us, like my heart just dropped because Chewbacca just died, and then immediately in the next scene you see him, and you're like, oh well, that didn't.
When did this movie come out? Was it 2020s or before?
No, it was before pandemic. I think.
But this was like post Avengers, right? Because this movie was so Avengers coded.
Yeah, they're just like, let's make the biggest. And we didn't get one single scene of Han, Leia, and Luke together.
Well, Leia dies pretty early, right?
Like in real life, but
right. Leia Carrie Fisher was dead, I think, before this came out.
Yeah,
passed away before
we didn't get a single. And so all those movies are just.
But doesn't Leia die like early in this movie?
She does, just laying on the bed.
Yeah, I mean, because
And this was the movie where it starts with Poe one-man armying the ginormous.
Yeah, that first scene, which is kind of fun.
It's a great scene, but it's like, whatever, man. Nothing matters anymore. Like, one guy is going to take out the biggest ship, and then Palpatine's back. It's like, all right,
he doesn't
whatever.
have the Force, but can do all these things that Force users.
And one thing I'll also push back at the end when all the rebels show up on the planet, literally all of them, all at once.
Yeah,
cool scene.
Biggs comes back. Actually, the ghost ship from Rebels is in it. Like,
I mean, cool scene. Don't get me wrong, but not earned whatsoever. And then also, here's the reality: if I'm a rebel leader or something, and they're like, guys, Palpatine's back, and he's got a whole planet, and there's thousands of. I'm like, guys, we're fucked. Like, we just gotta survive and advance here. We're not storming this planet.
Let's do Ahsoka season 2 and just catapult ourselves to another galaxy.
So the idea is Palpatine's entire plan was to come to this moment where he faked his death. It's all leading to this moment. And he has a whole planet of subservient.
I don't know if he faked his death as much as he had a backup plan. Like he had I think that's the way that
he's cloned himself into being a million Snokes. But all it took was taking down 3 of the radar ships, and all of a sudden it's all over. Like, this is the dumbest movie of all time, maybe. Of all time.
December 20th, 2019. So I think I have a new COVID conspiracy.
Wow.
Gracie Abrams, the only good thing J.J. Abrams
2019, man. That's crazy that came out that long ago. It really doesn't feel like it. Kenobi Andor.
Oh, Kenobi had the scene with the scene with Obi-Wan and Vader where his mask gets broken.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. Like one of the most, like the deepest gut-wrenching moments in Star Wars where you're like, oh, on an emotional level, I have seen these guys together. I've seen so many of the interviews with those two actors together where they just love like doing everything that Star Wars was. Andor clears this whole list.
And I also think for Kenobi, outside of Andor, probably, like, it is of anything in the Star Wars like universe, it is okay. We have a fantastic actor. Like, let's just let him cook.
Yeah,
because like in the Ewan McGregor's a fantastic actor, obviously. Right. So like in the first 3 movies, the writing was pretty shit. Like, you didn't get to really see him.
Well, he's a backup. You know, he's the Padawan in the first one.
But you don't get to see him kind of like,
until he screams at Darth Maul.
This is like an Oscar level actor. And that scene, and throughout the Kenobi show, he's kind of cooking a little bit. There's some stupid stuff in that show, but yeah, that when those two are fighting,
assembly line.
yeah, he's
the scene with Leia running in the forest.
Yeah, the Leia stuff in this show is not good at all. But yeah, the final fight.
What did you call the thing where they added the baby Yoda?
Oh, Matt called it a MacGuffin.
MacGuffin. Yeah, she has that little robot that's 100% that.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to find the thing. And you're like, okay,
like, all right.
Here's the rest of the movie.
Andor, we'll be talking about Andor quite a bit. I'd have to imagine.
Be here a while. That's the one where like the matchup goes by and you're like, oh, we don't have to talk about Duke now. We'll be talking about them in the Final Four.
Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
Wow, Revenge of the Sith is better for sure.
Well, this got a wow reaction out of you.
Just that it's the 2 movies back to back.
I think Attack of the Clones is probably the weakest of all of the first 6.
Yeah.
I like Phantom Menace.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
And unironically, that's kind of a reason I don't like Geonosis. I don't like it as a planet. I don't like that that's such a big focal point of the movie.
Yeah, well, it's where they made the Death Star.
But Padme is like the hottest anyone's ever looked in this movie.
Yeah, bonus points for that for
really
sure.
Is like that. I think that probably adds 3 points to people's score of this movie. Not joking.
Return of the Jedi had the same added extra credit points. You know?
I was actually thinking about this recently, where I was thinking about just the politics of Star Wars. And I couldn't help but start thinking, because in this movie, obviously, they introduce the clones. We go to, what is the name of that? Camino?
Camino.
We go to Camino. We meet these weird alien people, and they're cloning human beings and raising them from birth to go die in battle. Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, I know in the movies, these are the good guys, but they're kind of insane.
Which is like part of the part of the Star Wars thing. Like
I know, but
he wrote it about Vietnam, where like the Empire was America.
Yeah. In the first, I think in the original trilogy, it's clear and obvious what the politics and messaging of that is. Yeah. Especially in the 70s and 80s, like that was a very clear anti-American imperialism like theme.
Yep.
I think they kind of threw that away in the prequels, and we're just doing space sci-fi stuff.
Let's just fill in the gaps of all the things that should have happened before this.
And they're like, yeah, the Trade Federation, they're blockading all this stuff. It's like, yeah, cool. They're also just sending these like robots to go die, and you guys are like cloning human beings and sending them out and dying by the thousands.
The ethics.
Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
200,000 more, 1 million more on the way, ready to die whenever. They'll listen to whatever you say.
Yeah,
and
they're literally,
secretly they have a chip in their brain that'll make them do whatever.
Yeah, that's actually like a
tough.
That's actually what, and we'll talk about Clone Wars more, but that show like really kind of explores that a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And it's really interesting
because
what they do.
They name clones. They like give them personalities. I mean,
it's kind of crazy. That show is for kids.
Like 40 different clones.
That show is for kids, but they go kind of deep sometimes.
That's
with some of their.
Why it's great. So is Rebels.
Force Awakens and
you don't have Rebels
Ahsoka.
on this list.
Yeah, I didn't put it on there because I did not watch a single episode of it.
Oh, it's amazing. The peaks of that are amazing.
Ahsoka to me is a little boring.
I am biased. Ahsoka's my favorite Star Wars character.
If you want to push Ahsoka here, I won't push back again.
I mean, it's gonna lose to Revenge of the Sith, so just throw it. Throw it next one anyway.
Force Awakens, it kind of gets poo-pooed by the rest of the next two movies.
Does. It's fun because I remember coming out of the theater being like, all right, we set stuff up. It was A New Hope, just like they just redid
Absolutely
it in a bigger and better, like a bigger and better looking version.
That movie got it though. Like it got the sort of magical sort of, you're in the theater and the you get the scroll and then boom, here comes this big ship and they're going. It gets that right. And
it's exactly
Kylo Ren comes down.
It's just a repeat of what they did.
Yeah, I know. Kylo Ren comes down. He freezes the thing and then he kills
he freezes the blaster bolt.
And you're like, oh my god, what? This is Star Wars. Like this freaky ass guy is here.
We're back.
He seems like he can't lose. And then, they just completely and totally botched it the rest of the way. Rogue One and Clone Wars. Ooh, Jesus.
Love Clone Wars. Again, the final 4 episodes are incredible, but Rogue One is that's such a great movie. The way, like the whole way through, where you're just like hanging on and the thing about Rogue One that makes it so great, you know how it ends.
Yep.
The whole way, you know how it ends. All of them are gonna die.
So the thing that. And I will go back to this. I had this opinion right when I walked out the theater. They never should have marketed Darth Vader in this movie. They never should. He was part of their marketing.
It's another one where it would have been really great if like we were surprised by it.
And I guess he has scenes like earlier in the movie, but if you took out those scenes, because I don't think they were like super relevant to the story. I think
it's sick.
Yeah, well, it is sick, but I think it was more like Darth Vader's in this movie, guys. Everyone's like, oh shit.
Well, because that's how it does start. Because it starts with him like chasing that.
Right, but no, I'm saying if he doesn't have the scenes earlier where he's talking to, I forgot his name. If he's talking,
Krennic.
Yeah, Krennic. Who's that actor's incredible, by the way. If he's talking to Krennic, and the only time we see Darth Vader is at the end.
Yeah, where he's walking through the shit. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been just peak. Yeah, Clone Wars. If you wanted to go Clone Wars, I'd hear an argument, but yeah, Rogue One.
You got a real quick moment for some Cooper Flag mid news.
He's not playing tomorrow.
Mark Stein has reported just now Dallas Cooper Flag is a game time decision tonight.
Yeah, so he's not playing.
And I'm told a determination on Flag playing Friday at Boston, even if he plays tonight, has yet to be made.
I bet he doesn't play tonight and plays tomorrow. Would be my bet. And I'm here for that. Empire Strikes Back solo. Do we just even spend time talking about this one?
Wait, did we talk about the Wizards say newly acquired Anthony Davis will be out at least 2 more weeks? Oh, will he?
Oh, nice.
He's going to be out 2 more weeks? Oh, okay.
Hey, Trey's
Empire
coming
Strikes
back.
Back clears for sure. That's
Yeah.
my favorite of the original.
There's no point even talking about that. New Hope Andor. No, I'm sorry. This isn't even
Andor,
close.
Andor is just such an incredible piece of.
Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. So you're picking Andor.
How did you have a Tegna login?
That's like my...
Sorry, keep going. We can talk about that later.
We don't do contract negotiations
That's
on air.
bookmarked. What was this?
All I do all day is sign into Tegna stuff.
This was no. This is for Locked On. I think it's for me to put my audio files. I have it just bookmarked.
Oh.
And I haven't used it in forever. I haven't used this for Locked On in forever. Andor over A New Hope. That one is I'm strongly opinionated about that.
Andor's incredible, and it talks about
Oh
the present
my
day.
God.
What?
This one's obviously Revenge of the Sith, but
Yeah, for sure.
I see a next round one that's just. Oh, it should have been the finals. It should have been the finals. All right, Rogue One.
Where are we at now?
Oh my Lord! All right, we're in the final four.
Wow.
We got some heavy hitters.
It's Empire for me. I don't even have to think that long about it.
I agree with you.
The
I agree with
reveal that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father has been so ruined for all of us. But imagine in that moment. Have you ever seen a TikTok video of like somebody learning that for the first time? Clears.
Yeah.
Like that's just an incredible moment. Rogue One's an amazing movie. Empire took Star Wars into the next level.
Yeah,
Into everybody's vernacular forever.
That's kind of it. Empire is like the serious, this beyond being a sci-fi like real fun movie. This is like an actual great film. Like it's just a fantastic movie beyond anything else.
I know. Oh,
I mean, starting on Hoth. Whoever made that decision.
Yeah, because it's a completely different landscape that we're not used to. It's kind of one that we recognize, but it's different. It's different. It's like
there's a home video of me in the 90s. Yeah, I know. Get your jokes off in the chat. I was a little toddler at Christmas. All I wanted was an AT-AT. Like they had like a big toy AT.
Yeah.
It's literally all I wanted, and my parents thought it'd be hilarious to like not give it to me until late, like do the thing where they hit it.
You're the way that you are now.
And I was upset. I mean, I was 2 years old or something. I'm like, I want my AT-AT. And then they brought the AT-AT out.
I remember when I was 3 at a birthday party and somebody got me, it was at Chuck E. Cheese, and somebody got me a Stretch Armstrong. My parents took it away from me and said that you shouldn't have this.
Really?
You remember those things.
Yeah, you do. And I loved AT-ATs. And I still do. They're so cool.
Say AT-AT.
They're not like, I do say AT-AT. I know it's AT-AT, but I say AT-AT. And I know that they're like, the when you sit down and really think about AT-ATs, it's like, what a dumb, horrible,
really
stupid. Like, what are those things? It makes no sense at all.
They gotta walk and it's like, all right, if you do legs instead of wheels, all right, you can kind of if it's got to be different terrain.
Yeah.
But then you're like, the balancing mechanics in this thing have to be insane.
Right. It makes no sense whatsoever, and they're so easily defeatable.
They take them down so many different times in Rebels. You're just like, yeah, okay.
It's like an elephant. You just have this giant body where things are just shoot missiles at that and it'll explode.
There is a scene in Rebels though where it's a sandstorm and there's like 6 of them chasing them and they go in a circle. They circle them like a pack of like wolves. And that is like a crazy scene because you're just like, oh, now we're just stuck in between these.
It is really cool
things.
in Rogue One where they like pop out of the forest.
They're scary in Rogue One.
Yeah, they are pretty scary in Rogue One.
My question was always, how do they get them there? Because I mean, they don't look like they fold up. I'm trying to get efficient with the travel.
The legs fold up underneath, and then they're carried by those crane thing when they.
I never think about the logistics of Star Wars because it's like, Coruscant. There's 8 trillion people there, and the whole city is a planet, and there's 20,000 layers.
One giant city.
Like I don't explain to me how anything works. That's just cool enough for me.
In Coruscant, they have levels where they're the people in poverty like live the lower. The lower you are, the lower poverty.
There was supposed to be a game about that. They canceled.
do it a lot in Clone Wars.
And in Andor. Andor, they kind of touch on it a little bit.
Yeah, true.
Jesus, in my opinion, this is the final. In my opinion, these are the two best matchups. These are the two best.
That's so
Revenge
tough.
of the Sith is in my top 4 on Letterboxd.
This is just all about what you want. Do you want a Star Wars movie or do you want a really, really good show, like a quality? This is an amazing piece of cinematic.
Count to 3 and say your answer.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Andor. Yeah, it pains me because Revenge of the Sith has such a place here for me. I'll die defending this movie. I think it's good. I think the way they handled Anakin is real. It was really good, and there's some corny dialogue.
Yeah,
but it works.
George
you
Lucas,
believe it. Anakin. I think Hayden Christensen gets a lot of shit, but I thought he did good. Yeah. I believe it 100%. It's heartbreaking when Padme dies.
You were supposed to be the chosen one.
Oh, I will.
You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Weren't you guys talking before the show about that's the hottest version of her?
You were the pregnant one?
We did not say that. That was not
You
said.
were my brother, Anakin.
Dude,
I could have sworn, y'all, that's what y'all were saying.
To me, these are the two best. Yeah, Andor is, and we'll just, okay. So I think this is Empire Strikes Back versus Andor.
This is my final. This is the correct final to me, and it's Empire.
Okay, so here's where we'll have an argument. I think it's Andor. I think Andor is the best thing Star Wars has ever made by far.
Yes, as far as quality of like actual movie, but as far as adding to lore of Star Wars, taking Star Wars to where it is, like Luke versus Darth Vader. I am your father. That is just ultimate.
And I'm trying to think of like nitpicks I could have for Empire to be like, that's why I should. And there's really not many. There's really not many. I think if they could go back in time and if they're like, we're rebooting Star Wars.
Unless you hate Lando. Do you hate Lando?
No, I like Lando. And I actually, because one of the biggest criticisms is like, well, why would Lando betray him? It's like, it makes total sense, man. The Empire has him completely cornered.
It happens in Andor too, where that
they have no choice.
Guys sell them out. Yeah,
they have no choice literally at all. So I get it, but
Andor too. The thing about comparing a TV show to a movie you get like 3 hours.
Right.
Andor, you got 2 seasons where it's just like.
Well, I mean, Andor to me is almost a flawless.
That's great.
I think it's with like The Sopranos breaking, like it is one of the greatest TV shows ever made.
But it took the concept of Star Wars and it made it into a good show.
Right. No lightsabers.
It is like not Star Wars, where Empire is Star Wars.
And one of the things I love about Andor, and again, they get to explore this in shows way easy, like you said, is the Empire feels scary. Like this is.
Yeah, there are real stakes.
There are real stakes, and they're the bad guys.
You can't fall off a ledge and just come back because nobody has the Force in this show.
Right. I mean, they kill people off in this show.
Yeah.
And Krennic is, or not Krennic. What's his name? The lead spy guy, Skarsgård.
Yeah, Eric Skarsgård.
Oh yes. Oh, my mind has become a sunless place.
Dude, that dialogue he has.
Yeah,
with the spy
incredible.
is the best.
Luthen.
Yeah. That is the best monologue in any Star Wars.
Agreed.
Agreed. It's like it's flawless. But so my vote would be Andor.
Where do you weigh the culture? Like, is this just everything? You're only judging what you see on the screen because Empire Strikes Back, like,
the cultural
shifted
phenomenon.
culture.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I guess it just is a personal preference.
How many father reveals have we had since Empire Strikes Back?
That was in Toy Story 2 was like basically an Empire Strikes Back clone of a movie.
It's an homage because it's an incredible piece of cinema.
All right, Matt, you got to be the tiebreaker here.
No.
Oh no.
I'm Andor, man. I'm sorry. I mean,
everything you've said, Andor's a perfect show. I think it's great. It's specifically designed for people our age. But Empire Strikes Back, dude.
Yeah.
It's got the equity, it's got the cultural impact, and it still holds up. I mean, the lines, it's just too good.
And I won't sit here and argue it really because it is fantastic. Now again, I will say
that's almost a perfect Final Four.
My final would have
Revenge of the Sith, Andor.
My
Rogue
personal
One,
final
Empire.
would have been Revenge of the Sith and Andor personally, with Empire being a very tough third place.
Yeah, but then you would have had Empire beating one of Revenge of the Sith or.
I'm happy the seating worked like this because this is the best. This is the
Final
4 best stuff Star Wars has ever done. So what I was trying to say is, I imagine they can go back in time and be like, okay, we're rebooting Star Wars. And if I could go back in time and be in the room, I'd say, fuck the new trilogy. We know it's going to be we just know deep down we're going to mess it up. Let's do the Andor thing first.
It's build from Andor.
Do this story.
The problem is Andor builds to the originals.
Right. But if this were the first thing people saw in a decade plus of Star Wars, it would have been like, oh my God, this is crazy. And Andor probably would have been a way bigger cultural phenomenon, which unfortunately, like, I don't want to say it came and went, but it kind of did. Like,
well, everything comes and goes now.
I know, but like Mandalorian had some real lasting staying power when it first came out.
Because of Baby Yoda.
Because of Baby Yoda, but I mean, in hindsight,
it appealed to kids, and Andor does not appeal to kids.
No, it doesn't. And Andor I love because they went for it, man.
Yep.
That's a risk they took. It's a story that like it was risky to kind of commit to, and it's dark, and they don't hold punches. Like they show both sides are kind of the rebels gotta, a rebellion can be nasty, and
you start to feel for the accountant kid who's the guy.
Yeah,
that,
they kind of humanize the Empire a little bit, where you understand like these are people who are brainwashed essentially,
or just like have no other choice. It's like what? It's me versus the whole Empire. It's like I feel that on a certain level. It's like, all right, well,
his death was no spoilers, but it was just kind of like, whoa, fast, quick.
That's it, because that's how it happens in real life.
Yeah, geez, that show's unreal. Did I change your mind at all?
No. Matt's thing about cultural impact just entrenched me more.
I mean, Empire Strikes Back, man.
Yeah, tell me one line from Andor right now, I guess, other than the
My mind has become a sunless place.
Yeah.
My name is Cassian Andor.
I love the scene.
You got me.
when he's and I'm so bad at names, so I'm defending the show and I don't remember some of the names. But when he's
there's so many characters in it.
When he's chauffeuring she's like a Senator Ortega.
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma. Duh. Jesus.
Ortega.
When that scene is so good, when he's like breaking her out and she's joining the rebellion.
Yes.
That scene is so incredible.
Or the scene where she's dancing at the wedding thing.
Yeah, dude. Party X'd out.
Oh.
Where you especially when you realize what is happening in the scene, you're like, oh, she's just realizing that like everything in her life has just been
completely collapsed,
worthless. Like you have to join this rebellion thing, and you know Mothma from the originals. So you're like, you have some kind of connection.
Man, her story's pretty sad because she just gets fucked and like gets basically forced in. Like, it just shows the rebellion, man. They got pretty nasty.
Well, you have to. It's like that. It showed the darkness of it too, where Luthen made some choices that you're like, ugh.
Luthen is one of the best characters of any show ever.
Yeah.
And Skarsgård,
complicated.
I mean, getting Skarsgård for that role. Just think about that.
Well, they've gotten some incredible actors for Star Wars. I mean, you talked to Ewan McGregor. They got Liam Neeson to play.
Yeah, true. Liam Neeson is Qui-Gon Jinn. Is hilarious.
There's like going back as a kid, I had no idea who he was, and he was always like, "Oh, that's Qui-Gon Jinn." And every other thing, like in Taken, I was like, "Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn is gonna be like."
That's how Ewan McGregor is, where he's like a very serious, like he's like a stage actor, isn't he?
He did Moulin Rouge, like he was doing like stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the writing is honestly not very good, and I'm having to say some things that aren't very good, and I promise it's not. And Hayden Christensen's whole career got fucked because of it.
He was in that movie Shattered Glass that I really liked.
Shattered Glass is a great movie.
We watched that in broadcast journalism class.
That's a fantastic movie, and he was great in that. It's just the sort of wimpy little twerp kid. Oh, I hated him in that movie, but he did good in it. But I hated his character so much. Well,
and talk about Jake Lloyd, the guy that played Anakin in Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah, well the child actors, you never know.
He looks exactly the same. It's kind of crazy. And looks nothing like Hayden Christensen.
Didn't they bring him back for something? As like an extra? I thought they did. I don't know.
It's probably a stormtrooper in something.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun.
You guys aren't big Jumper fans?
Oh, Hayden Christensen was in that, wasn't he?
I forgot about that movie.
I think that's like the only thing I know that he's done since Star Wars.
Yeah, Shattered Glass, man. Because that
movie always stuck with me because we watched it in school.
When did that movie come out? Can you look at that? Because was that before or after 3?
I think it's in the middle.
All right. Well, I know you got to go. I'm holding you to it.
What time is it?
2003, Shattered Glass.
2003, wow. Man. Well, because Revenge is 05. So
yeah, that makes sense. And then, yeah, he just kind of hung around and is now.
Do you want to talk about John Poulikitis on the Mavs and like the impact he's going to make in the game tonight?
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm just going to be honest and upfront, right? And I understand the gimmick of some of these accounts, but the moment John Poulikitis hits a 3, and I see a tweet with an eyeball emoji that's like
Jimmy. It's gonna be all things Mavs.
I see a tweet with an eyeball.
My guy Jimmy. It's gonna be him.
I see a tweet with an eyeball emoji that's like, does he like fit into the plans next year? That's
Did
probably
we find our own Luke Kennard? I don't know. Did the Lakers even value Luke Kennard?
That might be it. Like that, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm done with the NBA. I'll just look at some of these draft guys, and then when the playoffs start, I'll check back in, and I'll look at box score numbers for Coop.
Check every single Locked On Mavs postgame show with Slightly Biased.
I will watch the games. I do watch the game. It's fun, and you learn to just be like, all right, let's see what this other team's got going on.
I mean, that's what we've been doing. We talked about the Hornets last one. We'll talk about the Magic and their disgrace of a team tonight.
Yeah. And hopefully they win. Paul had $2 earlier. Nick with the finger guns, pew pew. And I don't know when he sent that or what that was.
I did when I said your team every day earlier.
Okay. Pew pew. Thank you, Paul. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Nick, for coming. Locked On Mavs. I've been telling Nick, and and I've been telling them this privately, but I'm saying, dude, you need to do a Patreon. You need to do something and like.
We got the Everyday Air Club. We have the text line.
I know, but I'm saying do like a all-encompassing podcast. I think people would like it.
I mean, you just kind of convinced me that we should do a Star Wars show in some way.
People, you need to understand, and I've learned this through the Mavs being shit. People will listen to you talk about anything. That's part of what makes it great. So thank you for coming. It was a lot of fun. I'm happy we got there. Wow, I'm really happy how that bracket turned out because I did random seating, and that could have gone bad. We could have had Andor.
We could have all of those face each other in the first round.
We could have had Kenobi sneak into the final or something like that. Thank God we didn't have that. All right, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Haymaker Network. Link down in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to Locked On Mavs. And if you're listening to this on audio platforms, please leave a review. Okay, goodbye. Love you. See you guys next week.
Oh, you love
Who's it gonna be? This is it. One more. Oh my God. My brain's gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot. Absolutely.
Security at the Haymaker Network is provided by Smith Thompson. Secure your home now at smiththompson.com.